What's up, Discover Crypto? I'm Jackie Dutton, mother of Degens, first of her name, and ruler of the shitcoin kingdom. It's another week here on these degenerate charts, and I swear it would be safer journeying to Mordor than trying to make a profit out here sometimes. Not to mention the danger of bag holding is becoming a real Degen maxi, sending you into full-blown Schmeagle mode.
Precious!
Ooh, if I could describe certain token communities, that would be the vibe. Before we get started, let's be clear. None of this is financial advice unless I tell you not to buy it, and I fully expect you not to listen. I am the mother of Degens, after all. Just make sure you're only here for a good time, not a long time. Now let's get into it. First up, just around the 1 year mark to the day of the fall of FTX and around 1 year from Sam Bankman-Fried's arrest, a verdict in his trial was announced Thursday evening. Guilty of all 7 counts and could face a maximum of 115 years in prison. The general midgets in Oz mood overtook crypto Twitter at the announcement that the SEC finally did everyone a favor and took down a real villain. And the real Degens celebrated the best way they know how, by launching like 45 versions of shitcoins named Guilty. Never change, guys. Never change. I know we're entering a bull market because way too many of these are doing much better than the tokens that were launched just after Queen Elizabeth died. Yeah, tokens even launch when someone dies.
You're fucked up.
But out of this shitcoin verdict list of tokens, let's see which one looks the most promising. Guilty on ETH, both of them, have a 400 or 800% increase. There's Guilty Inu, Guilt. What is the utility for these, besides also being the verdict of the devs once they rug it? Yeah, if it's not clear by now, these are just straight gambling tokens. Proceed at your own risk. I don't know how many times someone can pee on your face and continue to tell you it's rain, but Ben.eth is launching another token. This comes after his success with Ben. I really do mean his success, not anyone else's though. Despite not delivering on a damn thing and socially making more noise for his issues with other influencers in the space than his projects, people continue to buy in just in hopes of
Getting in early.
I am amazed by this dude's ability to troll everyone with the names of his projects, and people continue believing that something will come out of this. He's named this newest token Beg, saying you don't get what you don't ask for and that begging is timeless. It's been less than a week and he already filled up the pre-sale limit of 5,000 ETH, even though his post says that there's no pre-sale. Ben.eth claims that this is a meme-fi coin with unique burn mechanics. Here's an actual picture of the burn mechanics. I refuse to beg you not to buy this, but I know someone who isn't above that message, so here he is.
Don't.
I'm sure that'll stop them all. Last week, our weather girl made an early call issuing a red flag warning for SafeMoon holders. Let's pull up how the rest of that forecast has gone so far. John Caroni, the CEO of SafeMoon, along with former members of the original team Thomas Smith and Kyle Nagy, were arrested this week under criminal charges for misappropriation of funds, among a lot of other things. I write and perform satire regularly, and even I couldn't make up the max cope happening in that Discord right now. When I was talking about Schmeagle behavior earlier, this is what I meant. Holding SafeMoon is now worse for you than wearing Isildur's Bane. But whatever could have led our weather girl to her conclusions that the winds and tides were changing on the chart? Well, let's see. In the beginning, it had to be having the same market cap as Shiba Inu, and then only releasing shit white-labeled products like a Trust Wallet fork. There was the fact that he faked over 90% of the volume on the exchange trades by making over 225,000 trades himself in less than a year. How the team, which is just him, continued to only hire fanboys from YouTube, and they all ended badly. Not to mention the blatant theft from the liquidity pool, numerous CoffeeZilla videos with mad receipts, and last but not least, a chart that only went down. I debated letting my bit here just be a live stream of the comments in their Discord right now because despite all of this and actual criminal charges, people are still buying more. So when you wonder how people ended up in the fat scooters and electing pro wrestlers for president like in Wall-E and Idiocracy, just know this is how it started. With enough people believing that SafeMoon was a threat to the global financial system. And one more thing. Even Richard Hart, who started Hex and is currently facing his own charges for the same thing, even he thought SafeMoon was a scam. Before we go over some of the recommendations from the comments section, let's take a look at how last week's tokens did, just to see if you can trust the shilling down there. Last week we covered the only token making Ethereum great again, Trump token. Looks like it was a solid buy-in for the week and some quick profits. Their team does a weekly Twitter space at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays, and I joined this last week to see what's up. I also hold a little now too, so we'll see where it goes given this space's love of buying tokens about people in court cases. Next up, 100 Coin showed up strong in the comments later in the week. The chart has done all right so far, so just remember this token doesn't let you sell for 100 hours after a transaction, so you better be prepared you're going to have to ride this out for 5 days. The zoom out is pretty promising though. And the last comment recommendation was BTCZ, which doesn't seem to be of interest to any mining degens as the volume is less than $200 in the past 24 hours. Thank you to Jordan Diddle for his Sonic Cat recommendation. If you are looking for a true blue meme coin with zero purpose, totally just for fun, this is a cute one. The ticker is Sonic Cat on Ethereum and it launched in the last month and so far it hasn't rugged. The next one is more of an obvious gambling play, shilled by Run Bull, which sounds like someone trying to say running bull while having a stroke. Their recommendation is Vegas Inu, ticker VIT on the Binance Smart Chain. It is less than a month old, and so far, not bad. They currently aren't even listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, but they also don't seem to have a website, so play at your own risk. Our last token shill from the comments was from Passive Income TV, shilling the native token for a new blockchain called MaxChain. The token is called Power and the ticker is PWR. After some digging on the MaxChain site, I figured out that you can buy Power on ETH or a site called CoinStore. MaxChain is actually proof of work, allowing an extra opportunity for miners, and despite the fact that my brain kept just screaming, "How do I ape in?" I was finally able to find a paragraph that explained the entire project is to build a blockchain ledger that helps track freight shipments and supply chain optimizations. That was complicated. For the record, I commend the MaxChain team for sounding legit, but degens are looking for more of an ape here button. So, add one. That's all for this week on Degens Dungeon. Make sure you shill me in the comments any of your favorite degen projects. The more sus AF, the better. If you're on X, make sure you follow me at @TheJackieDutton. Telling you to practice safe trading practices with shitcoins is like saying drink responsibly on a can of Four Loko. But be careful. I'm Jackie, the mother of degens, and I will see you next week on Discover Crypto.